All right, Will from next day. Before we even jump into this one, I had major audio issues and the video was mostly overexposed. I think that my audio jack literally is broken. Like 80% of the audio was good, but like the other 20% just like blanked out. So that really sucks. Hope you enjoyed this review regardless. It still has good information in it. All right, cool. Let's go.
The difference between a $20 tripod and $120. All right, to start with, like, this thing feels really light. In a sense, that could be a good thing, right? Like, you can fit it in your backpack, it's not too crazy. But as soon as you take it out of the packet, you can tell the build quality is pretty poor.
The quality is crap. Like, when you like try to adjust it at all, it literally like feels like you're gonna break it. Like when you pull this out, it's just nothing but plastic. Like you twist it, it feels like it's just gonna come off. Like, look at those plastic grips. That's ugly. That's hideous. Had to adjust some exposure there. Go ahead and get it, Will. Go ahead and get it. By the way, like, most of this whole vlog is like overexposed because I can barely see the screen. But you get the point. You get the point. The tripod plate literally just is crappy. Like, when you try to pull that, it feels like it's gonna break. Tighten with this. And like the plate itself is like bare plastic, so when you're like attaching this to like a good camera, you're worried that like if you tie it or twist it too tight, it's gonna actually strip it. And that is something that you do not want to do. Definitely. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything else of value at this part, but just like this tripod was garbage. I was expecting way more for my $20 than this. I like the length of it, but as you're pulling these out, like so, it just is really flimsy. You see that? You hear that? That scrape? And when you're trying to push these back in, for the first time when I opened them, they felt like they were gonna break too. Like you're just gonna snap it off and that's it. And that's because it's really cheap plastic. The whole tripod feels this way. Wobbly, flimsy. I gotta say the worst part though is when you put your camera on this and it's on a flat surface, you'll notice this part, which is supposed to stay nice and secure, is just like wobbly. So you don't know, one, if it's flush or if it's actually going to stay with the weight of a big camera. Now let's look at the Platinum Plus by Sunpak. Sunpak's not like a super awesome brand either, but this is $100 tripod. So what does $100 more get you? Immediately I can tell you that this tripod, even though it's light, weighs about 3 times as much as this aluminum tripod. So let's get into it. This is the Platinum Plus by Sunpak TravelLite Pro. A pretty long name, I'd say, but as you hold this in your hand, you can tell that it's quality. Even though this one is lighter, if you look right here, it's still longer than this tripod, meaning that it won't actually fit in my book bag correctly. This one, by design, is made to fit into most any backpack. Opens up like this. Just open it. And there are these notches that you push down, push down, push down, that lock it from going back up. So you can set it up just like this. Let me grab the other one. Just like that. It has really cool mechanisms that just kind of allow you to unscrew it and kind of pull up. I found that these can be a bit of a pain. Like, I love them more than any other tripod, but they do have their own little things. It has a really nice, well-made quick release plate.
Actually using it on the bottom of this camera right now. It just slides into place, real simple, real easy. It does have a way to track if you're level right underneath. I like how they put that in there. These are probably the best thing ever, where you can literally just expand the tripod pretty much as you need and just kind of roll them back up. It does have, if you look very closely, it does have this little notch right here where you can see if you really want it to get locked in with setting something specific right there. This whole thing feels really stable, really steady. Like I said, I'm not too worried about this knocking over. Like if you push this, like very, very good. You have to push it pretty hard for it to come down. Not saying it can't, but it's just built really well. It feels really good in your hands. So what's my consensus with these two tripods? It's very simple. Sometimes it's like, maybe you should get this, and maybe you should get that. This one is very easy. Don't buy this $20 tripod. Not saying you can't get a good quality tripod for $20. The Mini Manfrotto, which is a tiny little tripod, does just exceptional. Of course you can't get it way in the sky or whatever, but don't buy this tripod. Is this worth 120 of your dollars? I'd say if it's the only tripod you have, you're going to be using it for years, definitely. The best thing about it are the knobs. I've had a tripod with little handles that you pull up similar to this, right? Like that. And it's cool when you're on one side of the camera, when you're looking at the subject and you're on the other side controlling it. But when you are on the other side trying to film yourself and you're trying to adjust this up and down, it makes it a pain. Pretty much the reason why I actually bought this is just so because it's simple and has knobs. All right, that is my review of a $20 tripod versus a $120 tripod. Let me know in the comments below what your biggest takeaway was. Remember, like, subscribe, all that stuff to get notified of new videos, and just stay safe out there. All right, catch you guys on the next one. Bye.